Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again, and I'm bringing you something else, a review of my top 10 slashers. I thought it was something fun to do, so I'm gonna start with my favorite one and just get that one out of the way. It's Michael fucking Audrey Myers. That's his full name, by the way. Um, just the the simplicity of this character was so well done. William Shatner mask painted white. They did do some. They did something to the cheekbones were a little bit more visible, and then the eyes. They cut out the eyes, put a black mesh in it, and then you had the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. I mean, it's the way he's standing there and looking at you, and that's the Michael Myers that I always liked and loved. That's the one who's stalking you, and he's not the guy like in Halloween Kills, when he's just slash slash. No, no, not 2018. No, that Michael Myers, the one that is stalking you, watching you uh, from the clothing lines, the backyard. I mean, that's super creepy, super well done, and an amazing job for to make a killer so simple with an overall, and he's really creepy. So there you go, from Halloween 1978, especially that version. Although the stupidest thing is, Halloween 2 had the same overalls and the same mask. The only difference was that Dick Warlock, who played Michael Myers, and uh, Michael Myers in the first movie was played by Nick Castle. He had a slender face. Now, Dick Warlock had a bigger face, a rounder face. Now, he is the bastard who took the real mask home. He asked, "Can I take this home for us, as a souvenir?" Deborah Hill said, "Sure, we are not gonna make a sequel anymore. It's done." Oh, she was wrong. And then they had all those problems with those masks. Just go to Dick Warlock. He had the mask. It's so funny. It's funny. Um, Second one is actually from all, okay, Friday the 13th. The most creepy killer, in my opinion, is Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, I guess. Yeah, Betsy Palmer, Betsy White. No, Betsy Palmer. Yeah, she's just creepy. The way she's, you know, hello, I'm not scared of anybody. And then she goes in there, and her facial expressions. I just bought me a from NECA this figurine from Pamela Voorhees, the one of the newest that came out. And he had like 4 or 5 different heads with it, like like that. But and I was like, you killed my son. I thought she was creepy, way creepier than Jason. A guy I would be more creeped out by a woman of 50 years old with a fucking butcher's knife and coming with that scream at me, screaming, than a silent killer with a hockey mask coming slowly because she ran after you. The only thing that I always thought was so stupid is how in the hell did she, first of all, throw that one victim through the window like a rag doll, and that last guy she killed, 3 arrows here, 1 arrow to the eye, hoist him up, stab him, I'm guessing with a knife in the door, and then slit his throat. I mean, this guy got got it the worst. But apparently she was strong. But you would think, okay, she's uber strong or something, or she had help. No, who knows? She had help of her son. Who knows? That's something we don't know. Maybe her son helped a little bit, for the strength. Because when she attacks Alice, the final girl, then she's like, ah, she does like, ugh. And she's, ugh, like 3 or 4 times. And Alice could have killed her 3 or 4 times, but still, she's a creepy killer, and I love her. Now, number three is also a Friday 13th moment. It's Jason Voorhees from part three without the mask. When he's hanging on that noose and he's taking that mask off and he knows her because apparently he raped her without killing her, which was is a little bit weird, but okay. And he's like laughing with that eye that's here and the other eye is here, and then that dream sequence that she's seeing him out of that window and he breaks out and he's hissing and you see that wound in his head and because in the fourth one you could also see his face, his deformed face, but it had brown skin. It looked more like a zombie from The Walking Dead than actually a person, like human skin, right? And the alternative ending was that she went back to the house, he broke the door open and took a machete and just chopped her fucking head off. Also a dream sequence, but that Jason kind of creeped me out the most. And if you ask me which one is the creepiest, I think I think that one because he was like super laid back and he just. But you remember that when he kills that girl with the harpoon gun, he just points at her, shoots in her through her eye, and then he looks at it and throws it away, and then he walks casually and looks above at the window that's still where that couple is having sex, that pregnant lady with the boyfriend that's always walking on his two hands. I mean, I like that. I like Richard Rooker. Sadly he died. But Ted White I also like because he was the most ferocious one in my opinion. He was a guy. I'm tired of being beaten by these curls. Yeah, he was probably like this. Number four, Stu Marker from Scream One. Not necessarily that he's scary, but the way he acted that was so funny and fucked up and like he says, nowadays, you gotta have a sequel. You gotta have a sequel. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. And then Billy stabs his knife in him. Ugh! And he, ugh! And he's slashing him to bits. And he says, "Stop it, Billy. I'm feeling a little bit woozy here, man." And then he gets that phone on his head. You hit me with the phone, you fucking dick. Did you really call the cops? My mommy and daddy will be mad at me. I mean, that way, the acting, I really hope they bring him back for the last part of that stupid ass trilogy. I really hope because there's so much talk right now, but he's my favorite Ghostface for sure, for sure. Because I think he was the muscle in the first movie. I think he killed the most people in the first movie. Yeah. Then, of course, Rebecca Gaywright, Brenda from Urban Legends. The way she had this thing that she could do with her eyes. You think you're hot? You think you think you're right? Killing my boyfriend? We're gonna marry? Oh, she was like, her eyes did all the work. It was she was good. She was good, really good. for this independent slasher movie, she did a great job, and yeah, she was great. She was great. She had reason, to do this because the final girl, I don't know what her name, Alicia DeWitt or something, and that stupid girl from the beginning who didn't listen to Brad Dourif because he was a freak show, that stupid bitch. When she's lying on the back of her seat with an axe, they killed her fiance basically. So yeah, she also makes a little spoiler here, but she makes a cameo appearance in the sequel, which isn't that good. The director's cut, I think the final cut. The third one is shitty, but she doesn't. She's not in there, but we all, if you see the movie, we know she survives. Then number six, Jack Torrance from The Shining. I mean, that guy was just great. The way Jack Nicholson does it. Only his face. When when they're riding towards the hotel and they're talking to him and he's, yes, okay, I'm gonna fucking kill you, But you pieces, small pieces of shit. You piece of fucking shit. It was always like every moment he's gonna explode. And I thought it was funny because he was looking at a porn mag when he was waiting for the interview for the job. Now there is this entire also thing that makes him even more, in my opinion, more fucked up. Is there's this thing with bears. So you have Andy is lying there on the bear on a bear sheet, and in submission, and because there's a doctor looking at him, then he has this bear pet. Then there's a bear picture. And then we see when Shelley Duvall is just running through the hotel. We see, and she sees the ghost. She sees this bear committing fellatio, a blowjob, basically on one of the guests. So it's basically hinted that not only already hinted that he hurt Andy when he was drunk, broke his arm, that he may sexually assaulted Andy. And then the way that he's coming on those stairs when he's the first moment when he's no play and no work makes Jack a dull boy, that she's swinging with the bat. Give me the bat, dear. Give me the bat, dear. Give me the bat, dear. Honey, dearest, I'm not gonna do anything to you. I just want to see what your insides look like. It's just a great killer, a great performance of Jack Nicholson, and he has that face. Just a perfect cast, perfect cast. I know that Stephen King doesn't like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, but the guy, he made a mini series of 2 episodes or something like it mini series, his own Shining, and it's an okay movie, but the guy, I don't know the actor's name, but the Jack Nicholson is just the part for that role, man. It was. Then number seven, Billy from Black Christmas from 1974. You only see his eye and his silhouette when he kills Margot Kidder, Barb, with that unicorn figure with Spike, and at the meantime, those singing kids singing Silent Night or whatever they're singing, it's so creepy. All those blonde kids look like children of the fucking damned, and they're like just, and with every stab, so I mean, it was always going from the stab wounds to those children singing. I thought, what the fuck, man? That was creepy. That's a creepy kill. And always that eyeball. He had this giant eyeball. It's when he's looking through the crack of the door at Olivia Hussey's character, Jess. Uh, the, let me say, if something that I really recommend, these newest fan-made movies, they're better than studio-made movies. Through cinematography, they have actors from the real movies back, like Never Hike Alone. Also, It's Me, Billy. It's basically an unofficial sequel, but Olivia Hussey was for part two to came to reprise her role as Jess, but sadly she fell ill and died of breast cancer. We'll miss you. Yeah, she was ready for the fans. Didn't want a penny. Just came back. So and they explained a little bit more about Agnes because Agnes wasn't dead. And there's also this explanation because there was a cop outside Black Christmas standing outside the door. Who killed him was Billy, because Billy, I guess he killed the kid in the park, then went to the fraternity house. But then the cop, I don't think Billy did that, and they say Agnes did that. Yeah. So a must watch. It's Me, Billy. That's the title. You can find it on YouTube. It's for free. Um, and there is a cool scene where they just had a fire poker. They have a good actress that um, replaces her, looks like her, also that British accent. But she has a fire poker in the first one, and there she has a fire poker too. But she slams it in the head of Billy, and you see the eyeball, the giant eyeball that we see in the original one popping out. Because you never really see his face, but you see a little bit more, and that's the only thing that I didn't like. Child's Play 1 and 2, especially 2. He, I didn't like fucked up Chucky. The Bride of Chucky, the Scarface Chucky. I didn't like him. He didn't look scary. How fucked up was that? He and I think it's because he was more of he became more of a comedic killer, like Freddy Krueger, and that's the reason why I think. But the way the first Chucky's, where he gets angry, that face completely distorts, and those eyes, he got he got this distorted face when he got angry, and he started, "You fucking cunt! I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of shit!" And then biting in with the sharp teeth. I mean, he looked so creepy when he got angry. That doll distorted completely, and it was super creepy. And that's something that I always remember. And I had a fucked up creepy time as a kid when I saw that movie. Every time, and I had this. I collected merch even back then. I had the life-size Chucky doll, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put it in this corner. But then next one is Jamie Lloyd. Now Jamie Lloyd is played by Daniel. No, is played by what's her? Ah, I can't remember her fucking name. Nice. Halloween 4. Jamie, the niece of Michael Myers, and why I'm counting her in that ending of Michael Myers. The fourth that ending when she killed her mom with the same clown outfit, or somewhat the same clown outfit. She's standing there with that scissors in her hands, full of blood. Her hands are full of blood. The scissors, that her face is full of blood. Her hair is full of blood. The costume. She's standing, and then Loom is becoming just raw acting. He wants to shoot her, but Sheriff Meeker, keeps keeps him from shooting her. I mean, if they ended it there, that would have been a cool ending, and they didn't have to make a movie with Jamie Lloyd being the killer. But Jamie Lloyd was a killer at that moment, so that's really one of the most freaky endings I ever seen, and completely out of nowhere, a completely out of nowhere situation, right? Back then, back then. Now we all know, but and you all know where it's going, so that's not good. But so creepy. So that's why I'm giving her a place in my top 10. Then the next one is the Miner from My Bloody Valentine. I just like him. He's imposing. He looks imposing. He's actually, in my opinion, he looks more imposing than Jason, and even a bulky killer like Leatherface. He has that mask on, that breathing, the pickaxe, the multiple weapons like the nail gun, the, the knife. He's and it's also his mean spirit. His mean spirit that kills in the. If you've seen the uncut version, you'll understand why he kills these people. Just really mean spirited. That one lady that he just drives through a shower nozzle, flush through her mouth, coming out of her mouth, and then puts it on, and the blood and water's coming out. I mean, it's fucked up. I mean, he's a great killer. He's one. My Bloody Valentine is one of the best. It's in my top five slasher movies. It's one of those slasher independent slasher movies that you, as slasher fan or even horror fan, may even like. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Now that was 10. I've got two honorable mentions because there are lots more, but those were the 10 that stood out. Angela Baker, you know, from Sleepaway Camp. Not per se Angela Baker, but the end scene, that just end scene where she does that weird thing with her head, with that guy, with a guy's body with a penis, and she's holding that head of that. No, she's not holding the head. She had the head, and she throws it away or rolls away. She has a knife in her hands, and like a still, they had a still of Angela's face on this guy's body, who's today still unknown because he was so ashamed, full of blood, that he didn't want to be known. He was a grad student who wanted a little money. He was 21, I heard of it, so he was going to, college, but he didn't want to. I mean, do you want to be known if you're going to college that you're this transvestite killer and you're using your body, your penis, you can see everything dangling there? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So just get the cash and get the fuck out of there. And the second honorable mention is Leatherface from the first movie. He had that childlike interest, but then again he was, you know, when he just opens that door, when the first guy goes in and he's like the hammer, poof, and then you see the body like twitching, and again that hammer, then killing the guy in the wheelchair, just going. You could see his fake prosthetic teeth. You know, that's the Gunnar Hansen played him, and he's the best Leatherface. And that that one, not the one when he then dresses up for the main event at the end with the final girl, but that Leatherface is the most creepy one of them all. I think he's imposing. I think if that's a guy I would be more scared of, that guy with a fucking chainsaw coming at me, than because he runs, right? Than a slow walking Jason with a machete. Okay, I'll just run and okay, uh, fuck you. See you in Africa. You know what I mean? So those are my top 10 and a few honorable mentions. I'll put some pictures of every killer in there, maybe a scene or from every one of my a good scene of every killer that I can find. Um, and yeah, that's it. So I hope you to see you next time. Subscribe. It's free. And see you later. Signing out.